Hi everyone. I hope you all are doing well. For the most part, everyone is back at work. At least those of you who directly serve the public are back at work. I hope it's going well. I had a chance to stop by our 3 newly opened branches yesterday, Diamond Hill Jarvis, Seminary, and Ridgely, and everything looks great. I cannot compliment all of you enough for how classy the libraries look, even though in places we have furniture shoved into the corner, how happy our public is that we are starting to reopen. I'm just really proud of all the work that all of you are doing. So thank you for that. I wanted to hop on today to let you know that I've decided to make a change to our reopening schedule. So this will not impact any library that opened on June 1st, and this will not impact any library that opened on June 16th. So it will not be backwards impacting. It is only going to be a change for the libraries that are scheduled to open on June 29th. Now, as a reminder, on June 29th, we were going to open the top floor of the Central Library for both walk-in and curbside, Eastbury, Chamblee, Meadowbrook, Northside, Riverside, and Wedgwood, all for doors open and curbside. And on that same day, June 29th, everyone was going to return to full service hours. So if you were a 7-day-a-week library, you would have returned to 7 days a week. If you were 6, you would have returned to 6. We basically would have been back to normal, except with all of the restrictions that we have in place with the temperature screenings and the limited computer use, etc. However, it is clear that numbers are starting to go back up. What I'm hearing from the Fort Worth public health folks is that we are still under hospital capacity. Folks are testing at a higher rate, but at this time it's nothing to worry about. But it made me start to think about what we do if we have staff at a location who are exposed to COVID-19. Now, the city is working on a new set of guidelines for quarantining and testing, and I'm hoping that those guidelines will be out soon. But in the meantime, we are still following the guidance around 14-day quarantine. So what exposure means is not clear. Just because someone comes in who is COVID-19 positive doesn't necessarily mean that the entire staff has been exposed. Because we're maintaining 6-foot distance, because everyone is wearing masks, because we are cleaning on a regular basis, it's just a little more complicated than that. But one thing I believe very strongly is that once you tell the public something's going to happen, it's very difficult to pull back on that decision. So going full hours, everyone open on June 29th, if we had to, for example, quarantine a group of staff, it would be difficult to find staff from around the library system to keep that branch open, because we don't just have staff sitting around doing nothing, as you know. And so it's in our best interest to stay more limited instead of going all the way open all at once. So here's what's going to happen on June 29th. On June 29th, Central, Eastbury, Chamblee, Meadowbrook, Northside, Riverside, and Wedgwood will open for curbside service only. Those locations will not be opening their doors to the public. And everyone will keep the reduced hours that we have now. So that will be Tuesday through Saturday, 10:30 to 6:30 is our curbside hours. What that means for you personally, you're going to find out from your supervisor. Michelle is going to follow up this video and this email with some more detailed information about how we're going to create teams of staff who will work in one location for a week and then move to another location for the next week. What we want to try and do is have the same staff work together at all times, so in case there is some exposure and a group has to quarantine, that it's not impacting more than just that work group. So again, nothing is going to change for the branches that opened on the 2nd of June, the 16th of June. All of those locations will still have doors open and curbside, and it's the impact on June 29th. Those locations will go to curbside only and stay with the limited hours. When we will change that, I don't know the answer. We are going to start making that decision every 2 weeks based on public health data. I'm sure you have a million questions. Go ahead and look at what Michelle sends to you. Talk to your supervisor. I want to make sure you understand everything and that all of your questions are answered, but this is getting long, so I'm going to stop it here. But thank you for everything that you do for our community, and I hope you know that these decisions are being made with your health, your safety, and your family's safety, and our community's safety in mind. Thank you. Take care.